get wild. Make it get wild. Make it get wild.
Well, we're back once again. The Trinity is with you. Okay. But before we go any further, do us a favor and share the link.
You know what I'm going to do right now? So I've already shared it in 3 locations pre-show. But what I like to do is if I know I'm going to share it somewhere and they're it looks different than usual, doesn't it?
Looks different, doesn't it?
I did that. That's my fault. Hold on. There it is. Go ahead and have it again.
There she is. That's our link. That's our link announcement right there.
Let's say you're sharing it somewhere and you're like, they might pull this link because it's a page that they're going to wonder why I'm sharing this. So I wait till where the show's going, then I share it. So that way they can catch a glimpse. Maybe they want to take a watch.
And we'll go like this to them. Tip our hats. Tip our hats to them, my good friend.
So I'm going to give this the old share right now.
Happy to be with you, folks. Tuesday night. We're in September. Can you believe it? September 1.
What a summer.
The summer is all but over. Fall is upon us. Will Halloween happen? Will there be trick or treat? Who gives a shit? But also, probably there will be some. If you need candy that bad, I'm sure there'll be people giving it away. Do you remember when we trick or treated and the big fear was somebody was going to put a needle in your candy?
Yeah, now it's that all of society will die.
Yeah.
It went from your parents not wanting you to eat those suspiciously wrapped candies to if you go out, everyone will die.
Right. Just don't touch anybody. It's an interesting thing. I wonder if people go trick-or-treating and they'll be like little candies just in a bucket of hand sanitizer. Like you got to dip your hand in to pull one out.
Bobbing in sanitizer. Big mask season, though.
Big mask season. Oh,
huge mask. It's the mask season. Second to Mask Day, obviously.
Is there a mask day?
Well, if there is, that would be the number 1 mask day. I don't know when it, in theory.
Do you have a favorite mask? When you go out,
my own through the years?
Well, or throughout the pandemic.
Wait, you talking a sickness mask or Halloween style?
Either.
I had this old monkey mask from when I was a kid. Like remember when like Spencer's Gifts, those kind of stores.
Sure.
And it was before it reached when we were in high school. So we were in high school. Spencer's Gift went straight to like novelty dick-shaped items. But when we were really little, Spencer's Gift was like comic book stuff, like movie stuff, comic book stuff, that kind of shit. And they had all these masks at the one at the Lehigh Valley Mall. And I always wanted one. And I got this mask of my arch enemy, Ty, an ape, a great ape.
Well, I think
and it was huge. And I would wear it all over, run around town with the ape mask on, giving people the old.
And you got a bunch of positive attention, and then that's what started the animosity. That's what started the hatred.
What changed it exactly? Because in 1 year at Catholic school, I was for Halloween. I wanted to be something, and it was like not allowed according to the Catholic school's rules for Halloween. It was something stupid, so I just went as ape with human. Now I'm saying this could be the connection. I was wearing like a suit.
It's starting to. I'm no therapist. I'm no therapist, but I'm starting to draw a couple dots here. I'm starting to connect them. A couple comments here. Aiden Quinn Tapler. Not sure why we're talking Halloween.
John.
So now we know Tim is framing rapes.
I'm framing the apes by dressing up as them and running around town.
Yeah. Framing rapes. Apes. Not rapes. I can't say it. You don't
want to frame a rape because that means you did it. That means you did it. Yeah.
This is a funny question from Joe Abram. Does Kate dress as Kate Hughes for trick or treat? Probably.
No one's ever seen her on trick or treat. No one in this group, at least.
I'd be scared to. But yeah, so we're coming.
You have a favorite mask yourself?
No, I don't. I've never worn a mask aside from the pandemic. I'm not a mask guy. I don't like the constriction. I don't like being.
You can't breathe very well.
I don't like that, and I don't like the smell of rubber. That smell doesn't really go well with me. It sticks with me. But yeah, we're heading into, and you could feel the seasons. They're a changing. Okay, it's a little cooler out there. Gonna get those get those pants out for a fella that likes to wear pants. I would think you'd appreciate the change in
hate it. I could live in the heat every day.
Me too.
In the heat.
I'm a heat boy.
Don't like
heat boy.
This is okay. This kind of shit, this 70-degree, 68 is okay, but it's gonna turn on us in a second, Ty, and we're gonna be. You remember? I was thinking about this today. This whole everything bad that's been happening. It started, I think, in March.
Yeah. We started in the cold
an entire year ago. Like we're gonna be right back to March before you know it.
And it's gonna feel like a year, even like chronologically, it's not gonna be a year, but based on our only reference point is the weather at this point. That's the only thing we can tell time by.
There's no other joy. There's nothing else.
So once it's cold again, it's just gonna feel like a year, even though it was 8 months. Shut up. It feels like a year. You know, and I don't like that. And hopefully, all things, fingers crossed, there's no flare up by the COVID again.
It's coming. We were
everybody, but the thing is, everybody that's told me COVID's not real hasn't seen a doctor in like 15 years. So
because they're so healthy.
Yeah.
They're so full of health.
Ooh, Steph Ola says she's team fall. Hashtag
Steph Ola, my neighbor.
Yeah, and my cousin.
I don't know exactly which house it is, but I know it's like a few houses away.
I'll point it right out to you. Point
it out.
I will point it.
But you can't do Ty about fall again, and maybe not even fall, but winter. You can't do anything that you love doing. I know you love golfing.
I love it.
Being outside and riding your bike and stuff. I like mowing the lawn. I like playing outside.
Yeah.
You can't do shit.
Right.
You have to stay inside and just wait.
How are we going to deal with seasonal depression when we haven't dusted off the one from last season? I still have it.
Yeah, I know.
I still have it.
You know what? I didn't send Kate a link. I always remind myself of that way into the show, like deeper into the show than it should be.
Joe Abram brings up, this is something I want to do. I want to get it out of the way. It's a little project of mine. Tim, I know you're not going to totally appreciate it, but I think you'll be able to see where I'm coming from based on you're not a big golfer, right? But what I want to do
0% golfer,
0%. But what I want to do is I want to compile a list of the best 18 holes in the Lehigh Valley. Not necessarily the hardest or the easiest, the best, and making the ultimate Lehigh Valley scorecard. So if you're out there listening and you're a golfer, send it. You don't have to send it here. Send it up to the Teed Up podcast on the other page, or send it to me. What's your favorite holes in the Lehigh Valley? Golf holes, sorry. And I'd like to get the list together. And, we'll start with par 5. What's your favorite par 5? What's your favorite par 3? So on and so on. And we'll get a list. I know Joe Abram will get involved in this. I'd like to see what other people say. But let's not waste all of our time talking golf. We got a program on our hands, okay? The Trinity.
Once you have all of these holes,
I'm going to play them.
Is the plan then to go golf each one of those holes at each golf course over the course of like a couple days, or would it be a one day? It'd be impossible to do in one day.
Can't do them in one day. What I'd want to, in a perfect world, I'd have a video of me playing each hole and every week release the hole, gotcha. and then get it by next season. What I'd like to do is get everybody's score on that 18 holes. Get the people out there. What are you shooting on and it's a way to promote local golf because there's a ton of great golf in the Lehigh Valley. And I just realized this. I didn't just realize it, but talking to people from out of town, we're very blessed. And, you know what I'm saying? So,
I know what you're saying.
We got to get you on the course, Big Cat. You'd like it. I think you'd really have a good time out there.
One day. Me
it's
gonna get cold soon, though, my man. It's gonna get
cold. Know. We got to get this done soon.
2 holes at once, Kristen. 2 holes at once or nothing.
No, I think she's saying 1 hole at a time.
2 holes at once.
No, I thought you were saying hole in ones. You'd be the guy that gets a hole in one his first time out.
It's by shit luck.
Yeah. And this is very true. However, I'm not there. So how was your day, big guy? You still have the list. Part of me wishes I
hate
didn't
to
ask.
bring the list back. I hate to bring but when you have
Part
the
of me
gift,
wishes I didn't ask, but
when you have the gift of the list that you just mentioned one thing, and it just sparks conversation for 20 minutes, you bring back the list.
The list stays. The
You
list
bring
plays.
back the list plays. The list has legs. The list stays.
And you know it's not a clicking and screaming show without a comment like this on it. Just
no
that'll happen.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So first thing, Ty, on today's to do or today's did list.
The did list.
As you know, I like to go to yard sales. As you know,
I do. We know. The nation knows.
Week or two ago, I think I said it on here. I got a Viewmaster, which is one of those toys.
Not to be confused with a Stairmaster.
Not to be confused with a Stairmaster. It's one of those things that you look through and it has like that circular slide and you push the thing, and it's a talking Viewmaster. So you push a button and it syncs up with the thing you're looking through. And it's the Marvel Heroes edition from the 70s. So you got Thor, Iron Man, Spider-Man.
No Wakanda though.
At that time, Black Panther existed, but was not on this particular thing.
Racism.
Probably because of the racism of the company that came up with Black Panther. It had like $6 million man in there for some reason also. Anyway, I thought this is going to be a good eBay sale. So I bought it. $5, Ty. Listed on eBay. Today, right now, there's about 40 minutes left of this auction. We're talking
big bucks.
$15.50.
Big markup.
We're talking $15.50. I put it on for $5.
We're talking big markup there.
Put it on for $5, exactly what I paid for it. Obviously, shipping gets calculated by whoever buys it. And then today, the bids came in, baby. So you might say you only made $10.50. I say that's $10.50 of profit.
Is that 300%?
Or your way of saying it's actually better, 300% markup.
Hey, before we bring in our esteemed colleague, can I ask you a personal question?
Please. Ask me.
What are you going to do with your schwams?
I'm going to spend them on a nice cold drink this Friday. This Friday at 8 p.m. at the PNC Outdoor main stage.
Yep. The only
watching
stage.
Tyler Rothrock and the gang.
Doing Come
comedy.
On down now. Come on down.
8
p.m. The PNC Plaza. That's PNC. A bank.
It's outdoors. Bring a blanket.
Bring your ATM cards. Pull some cash out. It's a bank. There's going to be bank tellers there. Okay? There's going to be a little next teller, please. There's going to be that little chute where you can pull up and it flows it through that little tube.
Yeah.
All the fixings of a bank. None of the money.
Hot dogs in the tubes. Foot-long hot dogs.
Foot-long hot dogs. T-shirt cannon tube. That'd be a fucking cool thing.
Can we bring her in?
Yeah.
I feel like she's waiting. I see her there. She's lounging now.
I know. Now she's petting a dog. Always got a dog. All right, let's bring her in. Ladies and gentlemen, you love her, you hate her. It's our esteemed colleague. It's Miss Kate Hughes.
Whoa, that was
Oh, sorry to wake you, Kate. Sorry to wake you up.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Had a nice little 8 p.m. nap on your hands?
Yeah, I just woke up.
Yeah, you sound like you it sounds like a whole night through, like a sleep. What's the difference? What do you guys consider the difference between a nap and full-blown sleep? Does the day have to change?
You feel bad after each one, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, you feel pretty bad, I think. Have you ever taken a good nap and like woken up refreshed, or do you always feel like I just feel bad every time?
Depends.
I go into it hoping I'll feel worse when I wake up.
Yeah.
You know what the best way to wake up is, though, is when you wake up after sleeping like a decent amount of time and you think it's the next day, but it's only like 2 a.m. and you could sleep like for a lot more time.
I love that.
That's one of the gifts of human existence.
It is one of the gifts of adulthood, especially because you don't care when you're a kid, but like,
I cared.
You valued sleep as a kid?
I used to sleep like a champ. That's probably why I can't do it anymore. But I remember one time I woke up and I hadn't done my homework.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, we catch the bus at like, say 7:40 and it was like 7:20. And I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I do my home? I'm like so freaked out.
Wine nap.
Wine nap.
Yeah.
And I'm getting dressed and everything. And then I realize Saturday.
Oh, that's great.
That was awesome.
That's panic, though. I mean, the panic.
The panic. It was worth
Yeah.
it though.
Well, I don't think there's much, and you have to go through the panic to feel the joy
yes.
afterwards.
Isn't
But
that
there's
like
not much better than that.
Yeah. It happened to me just this week already. Not this. It was Sunday going into Monday. I woke up I actually felt like it was the next day, and it was only midnight. Like it was
so good.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
So, Kate, is everything okay? Are you making fun of me that I was tired last night? Is
no,
this what's going on?
I wish that was it, but it's not. We can pretend that it is, but
what's got you so tired? Did you have a late night? Huh? Want to talk about it at all?
I wish that I did. There's nothing exciting here. Just life.
Did you have a hard time sleeping?
Yeah. You never asked me about my weekend though.
He barely even got through mine.
I know. I asked him, and he had a whole goddamn list, and we got through one of them.
It was a gift. The list. I hate to keep talking about the list, but it was a great list.
We'll come back to Tim's list, but I want to know how Kate's weekend was. It's Tuesday, so
yeah.
How was your weekend plus Monday?
He's ready.
Well, he's on the button.
Yes, he is.
You can see his left hand is on the trigger. Yeah.
My left hand's right here.
Put the other one up. It was good. I did something for the first time. Woo!
This ain't gonna last. He's gonna go right back down.
I know.
What'd you do for the first time?
It's unprecedented.
Get her.
Guys, I got my hair cut.
Oh, were you out?
I was gonna say that it looks so different. It looks
so different. It's flat.
It's like blonde now or whatever.
Who did it?
My wife. You got me. I didn't think you would.
I have it in me all the time.
All the time.
I got it in
all
me.
the time. There's a couple things I was listening backstage that I'd like to bring up. You said framing rapes.
Yeah, like does he mean
he said it twice? He said
putting
it twice.
them in frames and hanging them, or framing an innocent non-raper?
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse. I mean, I know one's way worse, but one's 1,000 times worse.
Yeah.
But to get the picture,
what about framing apes? What if you're framing apes of it?
But you said
of ape rape?
Ape rape.
You sicken me.
Framing ape rape? Framing rapes of apes?
Hey, listen. All I did was say the wrong word.
But you said it twice.
Yeah, and it's like the wrong word.
Watch it back. You guys didn't touch it.
I said ruin, but it wasn't rape.
It wasn't rape.
That's so much
worse. Yeah.
Let's continue to harp on it. How about?
What?
Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
Do you want me to get canceled? Is that what you want?
What should harp on? What?
The rape framing.
Oh, so now, all right.
Now, Kate had said more than I
have. And then this one I didn't quite understand, but it could go right in line with the rape framing. Release the hole.
Release the hole.
We didn't say that whatsoever.
I don't know about releasing it.
Oh, you said it. I can't.
We didn't say release.
I'd like to see a screenshot of this whole release.
Yeah.
There was a lot of whole talk though.
I'll play it
We're
back.
We're talking about golf.
You said release the hole.
We didn't. I'll give you $100 if I said.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He's looking for merch.
All right.
Oh wait, you're talking about the $100. I thought you were talking about. Are you serious that he wanted a hoodie? That you were so excited
about my $100. I got to make money somehow, guys. It's tough out.
Oh, I got ways. I got ways.
Speaking of which, Tyler, may I ask you a question
about this Friday at 8 p.m.?
I really can't wait for this question.
Is it about this Friday at 8 p.m.?
It is about this Friday.
I know when Kate presents a question in a certain way, I will not like the question.
Tyler, may I ask you a question? Love to
Please,
see it. Love to see it.
Ask it away. Ask away.
Are you so excited for Friday? It's a couple of questions.
Okay,
that's the first part.
That was number one. Answer it, please.
Are you want me to as we go? Answer as we go.
Yeah.
I'm a little excited, very unprepared. Go ahead. Number two.
Man, that was the second question. Have you been preparing?
I just started today.
I started today.
All right, so that's one. That's part of one day.
That's right. I said grape.
I was grape framing.
Release the grape. Let's see that again. Let's see it again. See it again. Release the grape, prevent the rape, stop the vape.
Superman was like, okay. I like it.
It was I heard no grapes. But
yeah. I cannot
release the whole cod piece.
Tyler, you're really gonna give me $100 when I send that back to you tonight. Tim, you're a witness.
I'm witnessing it. I'm witnessing it. Release the whole.
Release the whole, and then we're gonna play that clip. You're gonna take that clip.
Said it or Tim said it. I'm saying I didn't say it.
I've never said that phrase until this moment when I was forced to say it by you two.
This guy said it at Tyler Rothrock, the guy that's going to be performing this Friday at 8 o'clock
8 p.m.
at CNC. Where they're shooting T-shirts and money through the bank chute.
You're shooting. You hate to see it. T-shirts at the show and cod pieces. You don't want to be in the front row when we shoot the cod pieces out.
Wait, are Tim and I performing?
These guys come out and present their groins. And they're just machine gunning cod pieces to the boys.
They're bringing out the T-shirt cannon. No, not
something else.
A cod piece cannon.
Ladies and gentlemen. Present the crotches.
Unprecedented. Never seen before.
Wait, it's outside though, right? The PNC thing is outside?
Outside, right.
Okay. Third question.
Okay.
Do you need cartwheels from me? Is that something that you want?
I do. You know what?
Okay.
I have the perfect place for you to do the cartwheels too.
It's gonna be off the top of the steel stacks.
I know.
I know what you're thinking before you even say it.
Because you were also thinking it.
No, I felt the vibe. You come in.
You guys want to kill me all the time.
I'll double or nothing.
It's because he's confident you would land like a spry cat.
Right. I was gonna say I'm like a cat. People have tried to kill me many times. God, Kevin. And do you see my shirt? It's vegan treats. This shirt, I had this shirt on during my 8th car accident. I can't be killed.
It's lucky, baby. Although you get the 9 live thing going on. So
I got the 9th one. I got the 9th one. I had a very nice dress on for that one.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have Kate and Tim coming out to the show. They're launching.
I think that's funny. I'm sorry.
But don't pump the cod piece gun too much, or death by cod piece is not a way to go.
It's been a long time since somebody died via cod piece, but it could happen again.
You think there's got?
We are mid-plague, so
yeah.
There's at least one death by cod piece in history, I'd imagine.
Okay, last question.
Yes.
By trying to ingest it, I'm sure.
Right. It's the only way, right? Are we going to do that cheerleading move that the 3 of us talked about? The pyramid.
What?
What? Was this a dream you had during the nap?
No.
Yeah,
guys, come on. We talked about the pyramid.
You are such a liar.
What? Can we do it?
I mean, yes, we can. There's only 3 of us.
Ready. Are you?
No, I'm not ready. I just want you to explain what you're talking about.
I love how, because we're all in the same group chat and it ain't in there.
It's not in there. I just want to know what Kate's talking about through a decently thorough.
The pyramid.
I'm not doing it.
The pyramid. Can we?
The Trinity. Put your hand up, Tyler. I don't trust you at all.
Is it going to be me and you on the bottom and Ty on top because he's the boss?
Oh, yeah. Remember? Because
he's got like a whip. He's dressed like Pharaoh.
It's actually it's the reverse pyramid. We talked about it because I'm the strongest one and I have you guys. It's like that.
Yeah. We didn't speak about this at all.
We'll have Keaton take a nice picture of the pyramid. But yeah, it's a quick yes on that one.
Thank you. Okay, that's it. No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, Tim, can we go back to the list? Number 2 on the list.
Number 2. This is a question for the commenters, and I don't know. Maybe Kristen would have an answer. I don't know how many people have kids out there. Either way, it's my daughter's 2nd birthday is coming up, and because it's illegal to have big parties, which last year, Ty, you may recall, we had a pretty big party.
Yep.
And outside.
I wasn't there. I wasn't invited.
I know. If I only had known you somehow, but you were working amongst the enemy.
I wasn't
at the time.
I wasn't.
Unbeknownst to you.
Unbeknownst to me.
The enemy.
Yes.
But anyway, this year, so we're not doing a party just because it's like a whole thing. But is there anywhere to take us? Because a 2-year-old doesn't have a huge attention span, right? Like you can't take a 2-year-old to go see a movie. They're not going to care. Is there anywhere to take a 2-year-old in the Lehigh Valley that isn't $400 and a 2-year-old actually would enjoy.
Does she like to drink? Can you take her to the bar?
That's going to be a third birthday kind of thing.
Okay.
Get her a little daiquiri or like a marg.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
How does she feel about stand-up comedy?
Oh.
It begins a little bit after her bedtime.
Does she like to laugh?
Does she love to have a good laugh? Get a little of that warm milk. Listen to time. Okay, we should drink warm milk for some reason. That should be like the thing we do at the show.
Yeah, let's do
Calls and claws. That's not. I was actually talking about a petting zoo. Is it a petting zoo? It sounds like a petting zoo.
I hope so.
The animals.
There's a place called Kalahari. Okay, that's what Kristen just said. But isn't that for older kids? Kalahari is like a big water park. It's like the state's biggest water park or some shit.
I only know where adults go. I don't know anything about children.
Well, we don't go anywhere anyway.
That's true.
Anyway, that was number 2. Well, we could talk about, because we always try to do a little spin-off on each list piece.
I like that. I like when
you want to talk about some of our childhood birthdays, good and bad ones?
Oh, okay. I would love to do that.
Go ahead. You guys go.
I'll talk. Let me just bring, because we might have some shared ones here. Some of my favorite ones were Chuck E. Cheese's.
Wait, hold on. Before we go, Steve Carba, is it called Decent Zoo?
I'm going to write that down, though, anyway. The Decent Zoo.
Write that down.
Hey, what's it like?
That's decent.
It's appropriately named for sure.
The
Decent Zoo.
No, but Paws and Claws, I'll check that out. Thank you, Steve.
But it's kind of like the Quality Inn. It's just like, how was that?
Quality Inn that they finally bulldozed in Easton, Pennsylvania, as they should.
Yeah.
First, were you Chuck E. Cheese kids?
Not really.
Or Showman Pizza, as it was called?
My mom, you know my mom, Kate. I don't think you know her.
I met her one time on the program,
but it was quite a night.
My mom is like super creative and like she goes all out with shit. So she would throw these crazy elaborate birthday parties for me, where like the one year was like I was really into the Phillies. She made the whole backyard a stadium.
Are you serious?
Yeah. She would do all this crazy shit. And
wait, you're not an only, right?
No, I have another.
You have another.
I got a
brother.
Another.
Yeah, I got a Hotel 6 of Zoo.
Yeah, take her there.
And we're all neglecting that Chris Lewis said Codpiece Land.
Oh God.
I didn't even read half of these. I'm sorry.
It's like
they all came in so fast.
It's like, what's that place where the it's like
Codpiece Land.
What's that place where the horses battle and shit?
The horses?
Yeah, there's people sitting on horses and like the knights and shit.
Oh, the Renaissance Fair.
No, it's not called that.
The place where the horses battle is not a place time. It happens on the planet of the horses, baby.
No, what are you guys talking about?
In Horse World.
Yeah.
Baby.
And they joust and it's like a show.
That's the Renaissance Fair.
That's a movie.
There's like a restaurant. There's a
Medieval Times.
Medieval Times. That's like the Codpiece Land is like medieval times, but
actually, you know what? Tonight there's a lot of gifts because medieval times where there's a section called Codpiece Land.
Oh, did you write this down from last night? Noah's Ark balloon making?
I wrote that down. Yes. Okay, yes,
good.
I did.
Okay, good.
It's 4 days later.
Yeah.
Take her to medieval times for her second birthday.
Where the horses fight.
Yeah.
You knew what I was saying.
She'll love it. After he described it for like an hour.
He pulled a real Kate, as they call that one.
Anyway, I don't really remember birthdays too much. They don't say I've had so many of them.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. But for when I was in high school,
during the Truman presidency, I'm sure it was hard to remember.
That's a Nixon administration.
What was it like when we landed on the moon for your first birthday?
So when I was in high school, I worked at McDonald's, and somebody
got
mentioned
a Neil Armstrong jersey for her birthday.
Why would they have jerseys?
I don't know. They started doing it when I was born.
They stopped the program after that year.
John Wayne said best McDonald's birthday. So.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the cakes, the McDonald's birthday cakes?
No.
So
Did they give you
good.
like a special hat to wear and things though?
We had parties when I worked there. We had
Yeah.
a lady who just did the birthday parties, and she would go, pass it, pass the hot potato.
She sounds wonderful.
Wait, did
Her
they,
name
at
was
a
Ruth.
McDonald's birthday, they came out and sang?
No, there was a party.
Oh, that would be the best if
They-
the whole
you're
staff
right.
had to come out and sing
They're
happy birthday
"Happy
like they do it.
birthday." No, we had parties. There was a birthday party room.
Right.
And then they had the old lady who just did the birthday parties. Her name was Ruth. But those
At every
cakes-
McDonald's in America, her name was Ruth, by the way.
That's right. You got it. But John Wayne, he might know what I'm talking about. That birthday cake, it was so good. There was a chocolate one and a vanilla one. So I used to buy the cake for my friends' birthdays in high school. So all my friends got a McDonald's birthday cake. I was a giver back then. I don't know.
Awesome story. Tim, what about the Chuck E. Cheese stuff?
Let me just redeem the show from the fighting horses and McDonald's parties.
What? This is gold.
No. I think
Gold,
I might have.
baby.
I may have. I'm gonna take his power away. I'm gonna take his power away soon,
Don't.
and he's gonna regret it.
I suggest you do not.
You're gonna regret it.
Tyler's our boss. Remember that.
He's gonna
He can
stop
fire
contributing
us
my 401k.
at any time. Anytime.
He has me invested in all
Right.
risky investments.
I've been working so hard on the sound for hours.
Oh, I see what we're doing. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
give us one, please.
What? One
You
now?
know what to give us.
I know, I'm trying to think. I was trying
Just
to
give
think
us
of
one.
I work day and night slaving
No,
away
no.
at the
No.
bar.
You know that's
No?
not what we want.
You know what we want.
What?
No, if she can't
You know
figure
what
out.
we want.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
All right. Well, when you think of it, you give it to us.
It's not like something gross.
Nothing
is it?
gross.
Well,
it's just what.
kind of
Listen,
gross.
it's the old administration,
Ah!
and it's you, and
An
it's what we all
impersonation
want.
of the administration. I'll keep rhyming all night.
I'm gonna open it up. I'll be like, "Hey,
Great
excuse me,
planning.
excuse me. The sound's not working. Could you? What do you think?
Is that it?
It's very much that's it. That's exactly it.
You're
That's
welcome.
shout out.
Thank
That's
you.
That's for Ryan Dugan. That Ryan Dugan has been missing the impersonation.
There it is.
Chuck E.
Tim, you
Cheese
weren't
gang.
scared
Chuck E.
of Chuck E.
Cheese.
Cheese?
Well, first of all, it used to be called Showbiz Pizza back in the heyday, and they had a band.
Wait, what was
Right?
it
They had a
called?
robot. They had a robot band. At
They did
Showbiz
have a
Pizza.
robot band.
And they replaced the pianist because it was considered racist. Because it was just it was like
monkey?
a gorilla that played piano. But
Yeah.
they were like, no, that's not. We're not going to do that. So they replaced all of the animals. They had like a hillbilly, like a really dumb hillbilly white bear that would play a banjo. And then they had like a black gorilla playing keyboards. And eventually the 90s came and they were like, get rid of all of it.
Yeah.
Get rid of everything that you've done here.
You can keep
and
the
replace-
rat. Keep the
Right.
rat.
Keep the rat. But the robot show was like the big thing you look forward to. So all your friends are there. You get pizza.
Yeah.
And there was a stage. There was 3 stages. The main stage, one on the left and one on the right. And the main stage had the main band, right? You had the drummer, the keyboards, the guitar player, and whatever. And they would open up and they'd play their songs. And then on very special occasions, the side stages would open up and there'd be other robots in there that would play like the stand-up bass. And then over here on the left side, there was one robot, and you never saw this guy. I mean, I'm talking once out of every 4th birthday. And it was a wolf, and the wolf had a hand puppet, and the hand puppet was of a man.
Oh, that's
Which didn't
cool.
make any sense. It was a wolf with a man hand puppet, and the hand puppet would sing, and the wolf would only bark. It was madness.
I love it. I love it. We got to bring that back. We got to bring that back.
They sell the. I looked into it, Kate. These robots have been sold for way more money than they should have been because nostalgic people with a shitload of money bought all of them.
Well, yeah, that's what they do. They rope us in and then they spit us out. I did have one birthday at Chuck E. Cheese, and one birthday only. Guess the number of birthday. And Tyler, you don't get to guess. Tim, you get to guess.
I don't get to guess.
You don't get to guess because you're like, was it your 90th birthday? I know what you're going to do.
Say 24.
You're close.
You had one Showbiz, or was it Chuck E. Cheese? That'll give me a.
Wait, one Showbiz?
Was it called Showbiz Pizza or Chuck E. Cheese?
I didn't hear. You didn't repeat that for me, so I never heard that.
Was
part.
it called Showbiz Pizza or Chuck E. Cheese?
Chuck E. Cheese?
20.
11th.
Who's
Somewhere.
won?
Yeah. God, who's warmer? Let me do the math. Hold on. Let me use my fingers.
Let me get my abacus out.
Tyler's closer.
17.
What?
16.
Your 16th birthday.
Yeah.
That's not the typical.
Ooh,
I wasn't.
I wasn't brought up in a typical family.
Did you have a lot of friends there with you?
Were you loved? Were you loved?
I never was, and I never will be. And I'll stand by that.
We have an entire nation that loves you, including
you. Say they hate me, and that's not the same as love.
You know this. That's why we say it.
I just wanted you to say it.
John Wayne pointed out
right?
there's
everybody. We love Kate, right? Everybody.
Come on, everybody.
Yeah, love you so much.
John Wayne pointed out there's another ape from my past surfacing in tonight's show.
Oh yeah.
There were many.
You're the framer.
It's better than the alternative. Ty.
Don't say it. Let's not say it again.
I'm not going to say it again.
I cannot wait
you.
to get my $100. Will you give it to me on stage at your show on Friday night at 8 o'clock?
No, because we're not allowed to do that.
Can I open up for you and take your wallet? Can we just hand the wallet off?
What aren't you allowed to do? Touch people?
They're being very strict with the rules.
Oh. Okay.
Very strict with the COVID rules.
Am I allowed to drink there? You know how I love to be an alcoholic.
Yes, allowed to drink. Kate.
Don't bring the other drugs. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank God you told me.
The deeper stuff.
I would like to know who the first person was to introduce a hand puppet to society, and how did they?
Like,
how were they received? Like, I got this new bit. Like, what the fuck, Greg? Why's your hand in that little?
Don't worry about it.
Make that.
Don't
You're
worry
weird.
about it. Yeah.
Go back to the basement.
They didn't have basement when they had hand puppets. There were no basements yet.
I think it started.
That's how shitty times were.
I think it was psychologists. They're like, point to where.
Were they medieval times?
Touched you.
Yeah.
What does medieval time mean? Was it mid being evil? Is that what this is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In between the start and the end of evil, because I would say we are currently in the medieval times.
I think I figured out. I think whoever is operating like the universe, who's ever at like the control center, is like super high and or drunk, like drunk driving the wheel. Like
you think they're like, yeah.
I think that's what's happening, and I'm like,
Jesus, take the wheel. Nobody knew that Jesus was drunk.
He's like turning water into wine all day.
That ability to turn water into wine. Would you not abuse the ability?
You know that I would. It would come out of my faucet. I would do that all day.
You just set up like a permanent spell, so you don't have to do it every time. It would just be.
Yeah.
I could be in the middle of the desert, almost dying of thirst, and somebody would drop a little cup of water, and I'd be like, wine. I'm gonna drink. It's so much better.
Wine time.
I didn't know what the hell this meant for a second, but now that I read it again, it's that the creator must have been drunk or high to create something as insane as the platypus. At first glance, though, high creator equals platypus seemed like a really weird equation that I didn't know the pieces to.
It's like a weird, like a
brain puzzle. It's my brain thoughts.
God was high on Tuesday and created a platypus.
Let there be platypi.
Did you guys have skating parties?
Yes,
I've been. I'm telling you, man, my parties were the only party I had off site was
Tim. He said off site
at the compound, I guess.
I'm here. No, I had a mini golf one and also the batting cage in Catasauqua. I forget the name.
Oh, that's why you asked if I was loved. That makes sense.
Right. Well, I don't get what you meant at all, but if somebody could help me with the name of that place, I'm sure Chris Lewis knows what it is.
Wait, so what else did your mom do for you? I want to get real jealous real quick.
She would just go all out and like invite all these friends, all the kids over, and like I was such a I don't know, I ruined all the birthdays and shit. Hitter's Edge, that's what it was. Hitter's Edge. Thanks, Ryan.
Hitler's Edge.
Now you one up to me from earlier.
It always comes back to Hitler, now doesn't it?
Hitler's Edge.
Always does.
I just love to think what they would do there.
Starring George Clooney and Ben Affleck coming to a thing near you. Hitler's Edge.
You never had one skating party. That was like the standard of people our age.
I didn't have a skating party.
I thought you said you had a skating party.
Also. I went to them.
No, guys, what the hell?
I wasn't loved. I mean, it's clear. It's
I don't know.
clear and clear
I don't know
now.
if skating party is the basis of love, but
Especially where you
were fun for sure.
I guess Tim had it if you brought it up.
You had it at Bushco.
Yeah, of course I did at Bushco Park.
That's not a loved.
There was a hole in this. It was the hole the size of a kid in the floor of the skating rink.
Release the hole.
And my birthday is in December, so it was freezing because all this cold air would blast up through underneath the structure, and they would just put 3 road cones around the hole, and they just be like, "Don't fall in there. Kids, don't fall in the hole."
I love how the road
love that place.
Like you weren't just like, maybe we shouldn't go in there even if there weren't road cones there. Let's not fall into the hole.
Well, because you might not expect a hole to be opened up when you're 9 and roller skating either, though.
I would. I put nothing past anything that could happen to me that's like bad. Like
lots of Bushco Park. Love here. It was many people died at Bushco Park. I don't know if you know about this, but
the word "kill" is right in there.
It is. They had this is going. I think the park started in the 20s or 30s or something like that, and they had a What did it say? What was the one?
You should have set up a jump.
Dugan would have. Dugan probably did. Justin Stool was at every party I ever had.
I'd love to see the video of the cones. It'd be very
yeah, Bushco Park, they had something called a salt and pepper shaker. This is long before any of us were born. And there was a thing on each side. It would sort of just like a structure in the middle and a compartment on each side where people would be inside the compartment. And then each compartment would spin and go up and down at the same time on either side. So it was like spinning and up and down. Yeah. And the one of them was broken, I guess. And it broke off and it smashed into the ground. And the people died. So they said, no more, forget the salt and pepper shaker. Get rid of it. Get it out of here. So they get the salt and pepper shaker out of there. And they put a full-blown roller coaster in, like a real
I was going to say ketchup. I was going to go with another condiment.
Yeah, that was the logical next step. They put a roller coaster in. And as you know, a roller coaster usually has a car that has like 8 people in it.
I'm familiar.
And it went all the way up, and then it goes down, and then it just smashed straight to the bottom.
Whoa!
It didn't go back up the hill. It went through the bottom into the ground, and everybody died.
That's like classic roller coaster faux pas.
Right. Or classic textbook roller coaster construction would be to put some boards or something down there, to just dirty it up. So they got rid of the roller coaster, and they said, let's just put in a swimming pool because that should be fine. That's no more rides.
And people were
someone jumped off, dove into the bottom, snapped their neck on the bottom of the pool.
Ooh.
And they filled the pool in with cement and put a miniature golf course on it.
Don't tell me somebody.
That was during our age. Woo! So then,
what if somebody died at the mini golf? The windmill fell off the thing and decapitated.
That would have to be how you die at a mini golf course. Would be the windmill, right? There's no other road.
There's no other way to die.
Are there death opportunities there?
Yeah, there's always death opportunities. I mean, come on, let's be real.
Get cholera from the pond that's never been.
Yeah, I like to drink.
Uncollared.
Yeah, they should have called it bush murder.
Oh, boo! Crayola Factory.
Here's one from Chris Lewis. So Planet Trog. Does anybody remember
what a shitty place that was? Chris Lewis had a birthday party there, and they got in trouble. The got this fat nerd was like the guy in charge there.
Yeah,
obviously it was a laser tag place. And he would grab the kids if they were doing something wrong, just grab them by like the neck and be like, "You've been penalized." And we're all 13, so we think the word penalized is funny. Yeah, like, penal. We don't get it. We don't get it. And he's getting real flustered because he's
getting punked on
24 and he's getting punked on by kids, and we don't know we're punking on him. We're just trying to play, and we don't get the joke. Yeah. Thank you. I've actually totally forgot about that. I think it's closed now.
Yeah,
along with all laser tag places.
Oh, it was laser tag.
Yeah.
I hated laser tag. I hated it.
I never did that. I never did paintball. Doesn't paintball hurt?
Yeah, bad.
Yeah,
bad. I don't want to do that.
Really bad.
I gotta protect this.
It hurts worse. Whatever you. I don't know. I thought it hurt worse than you think. It's just they're really hard. Those pins are really goddamn hard.
It all sucks. Like, why would I want to do? Well, you want me to go to a field? Best case scenario is I get
paint on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not even that. It's like going. You have to get there early. It's like, what am I going to war? Yeah. I'm pretending to go to war. No one really wants to go. to war. Not usually.
I'll go. I'll go to war if there is another.
As long as it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
go.
Whoops.
Don't whoops me.
Yeah, he totally meant to do that. I know how he operates.
Wait,
So,
no way. This is still Planet Trog is still open.
Oh,
How
shit.
does Pizza Hut close? But Planet Trog lived through COVID. How the fuck
I don't
is
think
possible?
that's. We need some.
Well, they haven't
fact
turned a
checkers.
profit since like 07. So
Yeah.
Who could forget the Nazareth cement parties?
Yeah.
Down at the cement factory, we'd all
Abandoned
jump on the bags of cement, and lick the bags, and then it would harden on your tongue. And
I remember
pull it
that.
off.
I loved that. I love those days.
Yeah, the old cement tongue contest.
Didn't we tour Nazareth Cement as like for like a field trip or something?
Yeah.
And
we toured all the shitty places around. There was the one place that was just a waste disposal area where like they shipped in all the human waste.
Yeah, that's true.
They like dried it out, and they were like, "All right, kids, you could work here one day if you want."
But they were
like, no class
like most of you will.
Yeah, many of you will end up here. Will.
Here's your future.
Enjoy.
Look at us now.
Yes.
Look what we've done.
Those jobs aren't available right now.
Right. Right. We couldn't get those if we wanted to.
Sorry, we're not hiring at the shit plant. Your resume is non-favorable.
Everyone's making $45 an hour too. Like they're all making a ton of money.
Do you believe in? Don't answer right away. Let me finish the sentence, please. Tie up. Put your hands up. Okay. Do you believe in? Do you believe in
reincarnation?
Do you believe in karma for people that are mean when they're kids, when they get older, and the job that they have if it's a bad job?
No.
Never.
I don't know. Because I think some of the meaner people are rich right now.
Oh, that's true. I believe in it. One person. It happened to one person. This girl. She was so mean.
It happened to me.
How mean were you guys?
I was pretty mean. No, she was very mean to this girl who is handicapped in our school. And now,
what kind are we talking?
Not doing it. Not falling in there. Release the hole. I'm not going in.
If you want to get canceled, that's the way.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
She would like push her.
Well, that's kind of what I was trying to get to. Was she like in a wheelchair and she fucked with her that way?
No, it wasn't a wheelchair situation, if you know what I mean.
No one's ever known what the hell that means. No one has ever gotten that.
I see her posting, and she says something about stay in school, guys. She's like, if you do, you won't wind up like me. And she's like, I wipe butts for a living.
Nursing home. She came back later to tell you what she's doing after she was mean?
No.
But she admitted it was because she was mean to this person?
No, she said because she's like, I should have gone to college. I'm like, no, that's because you pushed Susie Suserson.
Wait, so this wasn't someone who was mean to a kid while you were in school?
Yes.
This was someone who was mean to somebody and then told you later that she was mean? Like
no,
this?
I knew. I saw it with my own two eyes.
Oh.
And I was like, she's mean. And now she wipes butts.
So this person was mentally challenged, is what you're saying. And she messed with her.
Yeah.
On that was her thing?
Just pretty regular basis. Chris Lewis, not in porn. Nope. In a nursing home, which is similar to porn.
Well, fuck her then. I hope she's watching.
I hope she is too.
Yeah.
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 Mean, right? So then I believe
you should have corrected her in the post.
Yeah, like, why did you
guys, I'm not as brave as you think that I am, as I pretend to be. I'm not as brave as you two.
Why in the old days, why weren't you like stop picking?
I did.
On little Jeremy or whatever.
I did. I used to stick up for that girl all the time. The other girl. Yeah. Yeah. Karma. No, I'm not friends with this I mean, we're friends on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I got to
keep
an eye on her.
Actually, everybody. I hate to go this far. Everybody does. Most of it.
Oh yeah, you're right. All people.
All
at
people
some point
on
do.
Earth.
Yeah.
But Hopefully.
I think it's probably tough with,
there's
with
like a bidet situation.
A bidet situation.
Oh, John Wayne wants to see her posts. See,
Right.
like a mutual
I'll bring
friend
them
thing.
to you. Yeah.
Screenshot.
I think it's pretty tough with kids because it's hard to hold a small child accountable for their adult. Like I think it's hard to hold a small kid's shitty actions to your adulthood.
Are you
Because
talking about butt wiping specifically? Because it sounds like it the way you said
he's
it.
trying to be sincere right now.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no, you know how like every
said-
once in a while we pepper the show with like something that's meaningful. No, I don't think little kids are awful because they want to be awful. There's a lot of kids were awful to me, but most of them have shitty home lives and are miserable themselves or bully parents or no parents. So they're shitty kids. And then and then some of the nicer kids grew up to be weirdos. So,
I think every kid or everybody's life, you do something shitty and like
it does push the line though in high school. Like I think if you're like 17 and you're like fucking with the handicap kid, you probably are going to be a jerk for the rest of your life. Like
that's her. That's
like
her.
If you're 8 and you're picking on somebody, it's probably because you're a dumb 8-year-old and your parents suck. But yeah, if you're in high school, it's we've all seen
one of my favorite stories of high school, and Tim, you know this person well, and this is a feel good story. Somebody ends up getting beat up. However, it's a feel good story. So I'll just say the first name, Blaze. And Tim, I'm sure
I love Blaze so much.
Blaze was a kid in our school, a fighter. He boxed, a tough guy. So,
but he didn't want to fight. Like,
he didn't
he took boxing lessons and he boxed, but he wasn't like he didn't pick fights or anything.
So I in high school, I have what's called an IEP. I don't know what the exact letters mean, but that means I wasn't in study hall.
I'm excellent personally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's what it meant.
It does.
But what it meant was I was in study help, not study hall. So I would be in study help with people that had learning disabilities. And so I got close with some of the kids that had learned, like there was all levels of people, right? And it was technically like in the IU thing, right? So I became friends with this kid named Mark. Mark was in the IU and he was in learning support with me. And there was this kid, he was in our driver's ed class. Mark told us this story where this kid in another class tried to get him to do cocaine in the bathroom, right? And Mark was telling the story and he didn't really understand that the other guy was messing with him, but it made Blaze very angry, right? We were all in driver's ed together and Mark is telling the story and Blaze is like, wait, he made you do what? And he was getting mad. And that's what it is. And
I was wrong.
Blaze left this class, found the kid that messed with Mark and beat the shit out of him in the middle of the hallway.
That's
like bad.
It was
awesome.
That kid, though, you should also build up the point, though, that the kid that said that to Mark, Kate doesn't know any of these kids. Mark actually had a pretty severe learning disability, and you didn't. But like Mark, you wouldn't mess with a kid like Mark because he was really nice, and there's no reason to mess with this kid for any reason. He was a very, very nice guy,
other than to be just an asshole.
Right, and the kid who was messing with him was a textbook high school asshole, and he was like. He would always dress like Eminem because at that time, like he was like that kid,
the guy that beat up. He was the bad guy that
he was the bad guy.
I'm sorry.
Who then got beat up by Blaze. So he was the villain in school.
It was like seeing redemption in real time.
That's nice.
It was so cool because it was like Mark was telling this story and he was like, yeah, this guy made me do this. And Blaze is like, you see him getting mad. And he wasn't even, I think Mark was just talking to me and Blaze was overhearing it. And then he started to creep in and hear more and more. And then Mark repeats himself. And then the bell rang. And it was, Blaze didn't say, hey, Mark, I'm going to go beat this guy up. Blaze didn't say, yo, Ty, watch this. He was like, okay.
He didn't care if anybody watched at all. He actually kind of probably preferred that they didn't.
And I don't even know if the kid knew until maybe he woke back up. Why that?
Because Blaze also had a little bit of speech type thing. So like he would get picked on also, but he wouldn't really fight for himself. He would go fight on behalf of people who were picked on. And he had a little bit, I don't know if I'd call it a speech impediment, but he had a little bit of a, like something was off.
And he was from New York.
No, it wasn't. Well, that's true. He did have a New York accent, which in Nazareth sounds like a speech impediment.
Right.
But I think he might have also had something up with his voice.
He was from outside the area,
Well,
so
Eddie
we didn't
Finn-
understand him.
Yeah, he's obviously not watching today, but Eddie Finn was good friends with him, so we could.
Blaze worked at the Wendy's in high school, and if you would go and he worked the drive-through, and he would always pack
Hook
you
you
up.
up.
I thought Blaze and Ed Finn, the kid who comments on our show sometimes, they both worked at Wendy's. And one time I went there, and I was like, I don't know why, but I was like, let me get a chicken sandwich and a thing of chili. And he goes, don't get the chili. And I'm like, come on, I know it's Wendy's or whatever. And he's like, don't get the chili.
Oh God.
I'm like, what? Did you do something to the chili? He's like, I didn't do anything to the chili.
But things were done.
Something's been done.
What was what was done?
Don't know. He wouldn't reveal it to me. He just wanted to protect me from eating the chili.
Oh,
but either way, that could be a standard Wendy's. I don't know. Don't want to say it for sure, but don't eat the chili.
As much as we don't like to give free ads, we also don't like to give free unsolicited
right
on companies.
Right. Not going to do that either.
Oh, geez. I would have to say 3 things before we go.
Number one,
my dad wipes butts. Okay. I don't think that's karma because your mom said, Tim, a lot of nice people wipe butts. I agree with that. Number 2. Who did it?
I've never done it. I did it one time. and we combined it was a time where it canceled out.
And it canceled out.
We need that video.
Number two.
I've been watching these little kids because I work for food now. I've been watching them.
Just take their food. Over there.
That's exactly what I do. First thing this morning, the little girl comes in and she's like, my nose doesn't work first thing in the morning. Like until she has her cup of coffee or something. And I'm like, I'm going to use that. And then later, same little girl.
Like mine does. A party.
It's been working all night. And so then she's like, do I have something in my teeth? Like right here. And I look and I go, oh yeah, there's something there. And she's like, what is, she's like, oh, it's my toenail.
Ew. That's so gross.
I know.
She chewed on her own toenail.
Yeah, she chewed it off.
She did. She was chewing it. And her brother's like, she always does that.
Maybe that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the cleanest way.
Can't cut yourself.
Exactly. There you go. I'm gonna have one
3.
of those. That was it. That was number 3. That was number 3.
That's number 2.
Number 1 is my dad. Number 2 is the nose. Number 3
is nose toenail. I thought it was the same.
Oh, sorry.
It's the same girl though.
Before we go?
I like this child.
I like her too.
What's your practice with something in somebody's teeth? They haven't asked you.
You tell them. I tell
them. Stranger or not.
Total stranger, I would tell them. If it's somebody I don't like, I would not tell them.
Oh, really?
If it's some jerk and they're like giving you a hard time as they have shit in their teeth.
But that's the best way. You wait until they're done and they're like, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, you got a chunk of corn in your teeth.
This whole time,
dick.
You've had shit in your teeth.
Yeah.
Loser.
Why? What do you do, Tyler? What's your move?
Depends on each scenario is different. Yeah. I
usually wait a little bit until I feel comfortable. And then I'm like, just so you know.
I hate to make people feel weird.
Right.
So, but that's a selfish move if I don't tell them.
They feel worse when they walk away and it's like in there. That happened to me. I had like like a stalk of asparagus, and I got done talking to this girl, and I go back to work, and I'm like, why didn't you tell me? She's like, oh, I didn't even notice. I'm like,
like we're on the computer. We're in this email. I haven't seen your face.
Sorry, it was
Stop
a text.
Sending me pictures of your face over email.
You got to tell them. We did it. It's 9:00.
Ty, tell us about Friday and take us out of here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Sorry.
You don't have to apologize. It's 59 minutes. You don't have to apologize. Just take us out now. Promote yourself. 2
shows this Friday at Steel Stacks. Tickets are in the Clicking and Screaming page. We'll share it again. I think it's at 8. I'm not going to say the time. We'll
7:15. The doors open. 8 p.m. The show
However,
starts.
I don't think there are doors because it is outside. But yeah, it'll be fun. The Trinity will be there. Also, if you can't make that one in Allentown on 9/11, don't forget 9/11, the free show at the Allentown Commons. Why do you guys ask me to do this if you're going to punk on me? I don't understand.
We're contributing to the end of the show.
Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Follow us on the YouTube page. Follow us on wherever you listen to podcasts. I think you can get tickets there for the show, Mrs. Fry. I think Joe asked that earlier. Hey, do you guys have anything to add of significance or of minimal value, hopefully?
Yes, come on down. We know Ty is going to shit on himself for his own show every night of the week, but we assure you he's very funny and charismatic and does an awesome show. I've seen him in concert many times, and
you haven't done anything.
All we want you to do is come down.
Come with us.
Time. It's going to be fun either way.
Join us.
To the headliners' self-hatred. Just come down and have a laugh. Because
one thing, and I promise, one thing I will not do is ask you to share the link. So think of that as a victory.
Great. Yeah, small victory.
You could at least throw it in there towards the end.
And I will give you one cartwheel. One cartwheel for the listeners.
For listeners.
Everybody say thanks, Kay, for the cartwheel. That's all we wanted. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, down below.
Oh, yeah, my mom asked, did you find this out? Can you get tickets there?
Mm-hmm.
You can? Okay. Very good.
Okay, you know that for sure?
Yes.
Okay, you can get tickets there.
I would get them beforehand. Get them beforehand.
Is there a money back guarantee? Yeah, it's going to be in quarters, and I'm going to shoot them out of a t-shirt cannon at you. Down below, you love her, you hate her. Our esteemed colleague. It's at I Hate Kate. Top left, the man with the master plan, Mr. Button-Up, showing a bit of clavicle tonight, folks. That's the professor, at Professor Fry. I, of course, am at Tyler Rothrock. That's been the program. Tim, do us a favor. Ring that bell.